Hello guys, and welcome back to another lumber video. I'm here. It's Jess, not C-Nick. And today I'm gonna be showing you guys pretty much how every single item in Link's logic works. I'm gonna make this video upon high request under the tic-tac-toe video. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out. It's very good. But yeah, today I'm gonna be showing you guys how all the items work. I do want to mention the recording setup right now isn't too fly. I'm sitting under blanket because I just made my room fresh and it's very, very open. Very many echo you can hear right now, but then I do show and it's oh my god, it's so cute. So yeah. But yeah, today I'm gonna, first of all, I'm gonna have to purchase all the items. And I'm gonna ask this boy right here, hey man, you wanna help me out? But yeah, I'm gonna buy all the items. And then I'm gonna explain to you guys how they all work. And look at these fools over here, they're all gonna be my slave one day. You see you? See, you look like a little bit of a fool. Look at those eyes. You're gonna be my best slave, my friend. Alrighty, guys. So, I've set up a little thingy-thangy for you guys right here. And what I've set up right here is all the input devices. So this is all the stuff that you can use to tell your machine, oh, there's something happening. And some guy's putting stuff on the pressure plate. So what we've got right here, first of all, we have the lever. And this is all kind of easy stuff and most of you guys will understand. But I'm still going over it just for the people that don't. So a lever turns the wire on. And the wire is the stuff that you're going to use to connect point A to point B. So lever turns it on and turns it off when you press E on it. Then there's the pressure plate, which is kind of a bit more complicated. It detects if there's a player or anything else standing on top of it. See, I could grab this guy's good old piece of wood. And if that's on top of it, it will also know that there's something on top of there. So that's something to keep in mind. Then next up, we have the button. And this is just a quick pulse of on, and then it automatically goes back off. And then here we have the two more complicated ones, but I personally don't like them very much. And I'll tell you why in a second. So what we've got right here is the laser. And you guys will all be like, oh my god, it's a laser. Oh my god, I can burn stuff or something. But yeah, as you can see right here, it's a laser. And this one will be on by default. And it will detect if anything crosses this little red line right here. So if I go stand in the middle of it, you see right here, it slowly turns off. And this will also work with, for example, if I put a piece of wood in front of it. Oh, and I gotta properly put it in front of it, of course. It goes off. And as well as that, for example, cars or anything else that you can put in between here, even blocks, it will just block the signal. So that's something to keep in mind. And then finally, we will have one of the ones that you guys will be like, oh my god, this is so cool about. And this is the wood detector. So this will detect which piece of wood is in front of it. So if I put this in front of it properly, you guys see the wire turns on. And it checks if it's the, as you can see right here, I have a piece of wood sticking out of the top right here. It should normally be a bit smaller, but I kept it long so you guys can clearly see that there's wood in there. So yeah, there's wood in there. It checks if this wood, which is this wood, is in front of there. If it is, beep, it's gonna turn on. But if it's the wrong piece of wood, you guys hear us. It's bad stuff. And if I step in front of it, it will also detect if I'm in front of it. So then if I would, for example, be standing right here, it won't detect anything past here because I'm in front of it. So that's something to keep in mind, my friends. But the reason I don't like these very much is because there is a big problem with server lag. If your server is lagging a lot, then if I would stand in front of here, as you see, it takes a long time to update. And this only gets worse the more people that are online. So that is something to keep in mind. I wouldn't use these very often, but there is a use for them, of course. And I just realized I recorded all of that without a blanket. You stupid idiot! By the way, guys, I quickly want to mention The most of these items that I've just shown you can actually purchase not in Link's Logic, but also in the normal wood store. So yeah, you don't have to go all the way out there to buy them. You can just buy them right here like I'm doing right now, because I'm a stupid screw and I forgot to buy a bunch of stuff. Alrighty, guys. We're finally here. The special stuff. And while making this, I realized that we can pretty much sum this up by anything a player can interact with. Funnily enough, wires can too. So, first of all, right here we have the hatch. You know, I can open it up and stuff, but so can the wire. Pretty cool. Funnily enough, you can actually also open, for example, doors with a wire. It's kind of useless. Ripsy. It's kind of useless because you can't close it with the same wire. But hey, you can still do it. And here is a really cool one. Like, actually, you know, this is one of those wires, like those lamps that you can walk around with, you know? But like, what if you would put it up to a wire like this? What do you think happens? Well, it just works. It's like, it's a way you can make lights. It's crazy. Here we have a car. You can spawn it. Stupid. You can spawn in a freaking car. What? Turn it off. Turn it off. It keeps spawning cars. If you don't unpress it. I'm glitching its car chain. Here we have wood and a sawmill. You guys probably know about this one. It just chops the wood. As you see, it's just chop, chop, chop. And then here we have another lamp, which when I press it, it also just quickly activates. Very simple. So like I said, anything a player can interact with, so can a wire, which is really crazy. But yeah, we are finally heading on to the final countdown. No, just a very special kind of cool hidden tip for you guys. Alright, so what I've got right here is hidden logic in Lumber Tycoon. Not many people know about this and that this even exists. So what I've got right here, I've got a wire hooked up to a lever. You might be thinking, what are you doing, you stupid? But no, it's kind of crazy. Like I said earlier, a wire can interact with anything a player can. So if I activate this thing right here, it will activate the lever. And this is not a very useful application of this. Then we have a somewhat useful application, is where you can turn on the sensor of a laser right here and turn it back off as well. But here we have the mother load, my favorite application of this. When I press this lever, we have a clock just in a button. By activating a button with a wire, you just made a super easy clock. It's crazy. A lot of people don't know how to make clocks, and I always tell them, just hook up a wire to a button. It's very easy, my friend. Only thing that sucks about it is that it's kind of like server lag dependent. But other than that, it's a super easy way to make a clock. Alright, I'm back. And now I've got all the logic gates set up in a nice little line right there, as you can see. So, first of all, we have the AND gate. And I just want to briefly mention that every single one of the gates has a little symbol on the side of them, which you can find them by. A lot of people go in there and just check by pressing E on it, and oh, it's an OR gate. No, but you can actually look on the side right here. It has a different symbol than all the others. So I highly recommend checking out how the symbols work, because it's a very, it's a lot easier to work with them like that. Alright, first off, we got the OR gate by this symbol right here. So pretty much the way this works, it will detect any kind of power that goes into either one of its little nubs right here. So if I turn one lever on, it will turn on. If I turn them both on, it will still be on. If I turn one off, it will still be on. And then the only way to turn off is if they're both off. It's a pretty simple one. So now here we have the AND gate. It's symbolized by this little symbol right there. I'll zoom in for you guys. And I'll show you how it works. Alright, so what you do is pretty much the way this works. It will detect if both of them are on. If they're both off, the wire is off. If there's one on, oops. If there's one on, the wire still doesn't do anything. It will only activate if both of its inputs are on. And then it will turn on the wire. If one of them turns off, it will already know, oh no, I'm not powered anymore, and it will turn back off. Then third of all, we have probably the most complicated one of them, of all the logic gates. It's the XOR gate. It's symbolized by this little symbol here. Looks a lot like the OR gate, but it has two little squiggly lines on the side. Pretty much what this guy does is it detects if the power is uneven. So what that means, if they're both off, the wire will be off. If there's one of them on, the wire will turn on. If they are both on, because then it's even again, it will turn back off. So pretty much, if I turn this one off again, it will turn back on. Pretty much, if they're both off or both on, it will be turned off. And if there's only one input on, then it will turn back on. It's a quite complicated one. I highly recommend buying this from Link's Logic yourself and messing around a bit with it to see which ways you can get it to work. It's kind of complicated. Next up, we have the inverter. It's symbolized by this little thingy right here. And pretty much the way this works, it will turn any power that's off. I'll turn it by its default state. It would normally be always turned on. And then if I activate it, it turns off. Pretty much it just makes the power from going from on to off. And if the power is off, it will go back on. It's a quite simple one. And then right here, most of you guys will be thinking, why do you have two signal delays? Because that's what these two are. But no, a lot of people messed this up. There is two different types of delays. There is a signal delay, as you see right there. And there's also a signal sustain, as you can see right there. They look very similar, but there's only one difference, and that's in the little lines right here. You see there's like little kind of hamburger slices of stuff in between right there. And here's just one big mass. That's the only way you can really differentiate them by other than looking in here. And yeah, they have two different functions as well. So as you can see right here, this is the signal delay, and I'll put it to a very high value so you guys can see what it does in its in the best way. So if I turn this on, it will take the time that you've set it to get through this, and then this wire will turn on. So as you see, as soon as that is activated, it will realize, okay, I can now turn on. Very fine, very, very fine. And I will turn on the wire. And if you turn it back off, it will take that delay to turn itself back off. And there it is. Turn back off. And then there's the signal sustain. I'll put this to a high value as well. This does pretty much the same thing as the turning off of this one, but it ignores the turning on. So it turns on instantaneously. But if you turn it back off, it will take a little while for it to turn off. There we go. So now you guys know most of the basic logic items to make pretty much logic in the game. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned a couple things as well, because I hope you did, because it took me a lot of time. But yeah, thanks a whole lot for watching. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video and you learned a couple things, and subscribe if you haven't already. Turn on notifications, quite all the good stuff. And it's Jesse out. Bye! Should be all good. Stupid, I didn't want to have to buy another plot, just realized. Hey, my friend. Back again, stealing all my stupid money, I see. Oh, how much you're gonna rob me for now? Yes, I want to expand my land. 66,000? What?